Hi, I'm Chris Drury and I'm principal here at Smithton Middle School. And we're going to go on a little tour around the school. I hope to be able to give you some information about Smithton today, and we'll give you some ways that you can contact us at the end of this if you have any questions. We are looking forward to having you all with us here in the fall. Thank you. Students at Smithton can be dropped off anytime after 7 a.m. They can be dropped off here at parent drop-off, or if they ride buses, they'll be dropped off in the bus parking lot. Once students are dropped off, they can go into the school and have breakfast in the cafeteria or go into the gym to hang out with their friends. We'll go ahead and go inside and check out the building. Hi. So school looks a little bit different than it normally does. We've been closed for a while, as you all know, but I still want to give you an opportunity to see the building and see what it looks like. So here is the main entrance. We just came in through. And we're going to go through the building a little bit and let you see some of the main areas. So when you come through the main entrance, the office is on your right. And that's where the administrators live, and that's where our secretaries are. So when you come in late to school or when you need something, you'll come into the main office and sign in or drop off or do whatever you need to do. In the back of the office is the nurses center, and that's where you can go to get any healthcare needs or anything taken care of. Now on the left, when you walk in, is the cafeteria. Students will be able to come into the cafeteria to have breakfast in the morning, and this is where they have lunch. Through the cafeteria is the kitchen doors, and that's where meals will be purchased. We have breakfast and lunch here. So students come in at 7 o'clock, anytime between 7 and 7:21. At 7:21, our bells ring and students are dismissed either from the cafeteria or from the gym. When you look down the main hallway, the gym's just a little bit further down. Students that don't go to the cafeteria in the morning can come in here to the gym. Normally the bleachers are pulled out for students in the morning, and students can sit, sixth graders will sit on the far bleachers when they come in, right here, what we're looking at. Our students, sixth graders, will sit there. And the gym is divided up 6th grade, 7th grade, and 8th grade. When the bell rings at 7:21, students will leave the bleachers and exit through those doors and head on upstairs. Students will exit the gym and come here to the main intersection. This is the main intersection in our building. 8th grade is downstairs, down here. 7th grade is down this long hallway, and our 6th graders will go up these first stairwell. Here's the first stairwell, or the main stairwell that students will take upstairs for the 6th grade area. Our building is nice because we can have the different grade levels separated, and it kind of helps make a big school a little bit smaller. So here are the stairwell up to 6th grade. Okay, we made it upstairs to 6th grade. There are 2 hallways in 6th grade. This is one. And this hallway takes you down to the other hallway. We have teams in 6th grade, so we have 6A and 6B. Those students will have all the same core teachers. So students on 6A will have the same English, social studies, math, and science teachers. It helps, again, make a bigger school a little bit smaller. As you can see, here are the lockers that our students will have. Each student is assigned a locker with a combination, so it'd be good to practice working that combination lock over the summer, and we'll make sure to help students throughout the year. Okay, here's one of our student lockers. They're not super small, but they're not super big either. So you gotta make sure that you don't bring a lot of things. And we gotta make sure that we keep them clean throughout the year. Students are expected when they leave the gym in the morning to go to their lockers and put up all their items that they don't need throughout the day. This includes locking up their cell phone. Cell phones are to be in the lockers from 7:30 until the end of the day. Here is one of our typical classrooms. This is actually a science classroom, Miss Jones's room. She's one of our 6th grade teachers. So most classrooms have tables that are set up and our chairs. So here's a 6th grade science classroom. Okay, back in the downstairs in the main intersection, instead of going right towards the stairwell, you can go left, and that'll take you to our media center. Here is the Smithton Media Center. It is a great place to be able to check out books. We also have our Idea Lab Makers Space in the back with our green screen and other great resources. And we also have our collaboration space. We have many classrooms that'll come down here to work on projects and to do different types of collaboration. As you walk through school and hear about Smithton, you will see and hear many references to our Wildcat GUR expectations. Here at Smithton, we expect our students to give respect to themselves, to each other, and to the environment. We expect our students to take responsibility for their own actions. And we expect our students to come ready to learn. And we expect our students to reach for the stars. Hi, I'm Chris Drury, principal of Smithton Middle School. And I'm here today just to share with you a little bit about Smithton to help you transition into a new school. I hope that our information today will help you make the transition a little bit easier. It is never easy going to a new place or a new school. Our building can be kind of big at times, and I hope that some of this information will help alleviate any fears that you may have. Last week, our school counselors were part of some Zoom presentations. If you are not able to join those presentations, you can access that information on our school website. Their topics or their talk was to try to talk about that transition from elementary to middle school and what it's like going to a new school, particularly going here to Smithton. At Smithton, our mission is to prepare students as problem solvers to adapt to an ever-changing future. We do this through rigorous academic growth and positive character development. My office team helping me support you in achieving that mission is my assistant principal, Kelly Turnbow, our homeschool communicator, Lynn Hardy, our school counselors, Danielle Sipe and Rain Fick, our outreach counselor, Amanda Anderson, our school nurse, Rachel Herdina. Our support staff is Paula Horse, the principal secretary, Patty Elwood, the attendance secretary. That's who you would speak to if you were late to school or if you were absent for some reason. Our ECA secretary, Erin Foster, who handles our field trips and our extracurricular activities. And our registrar, Leslie Gash. Leslie works in our counselor's office. She helps you with any enrollment needs, and she would be the first person that you talk to if you needed to come and speak to a counselor. At middle school, we try to team our grade level. So in 6th grade, we have two teams, A and B. What this means is that those students are grouped into the same core teachers. Each team is about 100 people, 100 students. And those core classes are English Language Arts, Math, Science, and Social Studies. What's great about this is those teachers can collaborate together and help meet the needs of those students and kind of share what works for those students and to help make them successful here in middle school. It also helps make our school a little bit smaller. It can be tough going into a bigger school, and by having the smaller teams, it helps students to get to know some students from other schools and to help feel more comfortable here at middle school. At Smithton, we are a one-to-one school when it comes to technology. All of our students have iPads. They'll get those within the first weeks of school. This shouldn't be all that new for our incoming 5th graders, as they had access to iPads in 5th grade. And what we've seen throughout this whole closure is how important the iPads can be to be able to extend learning at home. And that's really what our teachers try to do with that technology. It provides an opportunity to go a little bit deeper into all of our content areas and to take some of that learning home with them. So at Smithton, you can drop off students anytime after 7 o'clock. Between 7 and 7:21, students can go to the cafeteria to have breakfast, or they can go to the gym to hang out and talk to friends. They also have the opportunity to get passes to go to the media center or to go to any teachers where they may need some additional support. And they can do that by going to the main office. At 7:21, students are dismissed to their lockers. That's where they need to put up their coats and their book bags and put up their cell phones. We know that it's important to be able to contact students before and after school, but we want our students to concentrate on learning throughout the day, so they need to make sure that they lock up their cell phones in their lockers. At 7:30, the bell rings for classes to start, and students will follow their schedule throughout the day until dismissal at 2:35. Upon dismissal, students will come downstairs from 6th grade and either go out to our bus loop or go out to our northwest parking lot where they can be picked up by their parents. So our schedules are made up of core classes, English language arts, math, science, and social studies. We have PE, Triple E, and RTI. And we also have an exploratory wheel that includes world languages, theatrical arts, exploring technology, facts, exploring computers, art, and choir. Students do have lockers and they have the ability to go to their lockers throughout the day. And it's really important for our students to figure out when is the right time to go to their lockers to help make sure that they get to class on time. One of the electives that students can pick is band or orchestra. This is something that should have already been done, as we had instrument tryout night earlier this year, and letters have been sent home on what instrument students were selected for. This is a year-long commitment, so it requires a commitment and dedication from our students. They will do band or orchestra, and then they will be part of the elective wheel for their other elective. Our sixth grade schedule is pretty nice because students have 2 core classes in the morning. They have AC Lab, third hour. This is a school-wide AC Lab where we also do advisory, so it's kind of a guided study hall and an advisory time. Then our sixth graders go to electives, lunch, PE, and RTI. And then they finish the day with 2 core classes. Here at Smithton, we have PE every other day. We have 6th grade intramural programs, so students can participate in some sports against fellow 6th graders here at Smithton. 7th and 8th grade is when students can participate in sports where they'll compete against other middle schools. Lunch, we have a 6th grade lunch shift, and it's our first lunch of the day. Lunch is much like it was in elementary school. They will use the same lunch number, and you can pay similarly, either here at school or online. We have hot lunch, lots of extra choices, and it's really a great opportunity for our students to socialize with one another. Our 6th graders start off the year with assigned seats, and as they get used to school and get used to the procedures, they can earn that freedom of selecting their seats and not having those assigned seats. Our after-school activities, we have competitive curricular activities such as science, Olympiad, Lego robotics. We have intramurals that include soccer, flag football, kickball, and volleyball, and that's limited to just 6th graders. We have drama, chess, Wildcat fitness, art, and all-school musical. So even 6th graders can participate in that all-school musical. Some service organizations we have are Builders Club or GSA. Leadership, we have MAC Scholars, and which I highly recommend for students to be a part of. Academics, we have guided study and tutoring available 3 days a week after school. That's on Monday, Tuesdays, and Thursdays. So if students need some additional help, they can report to the Media Center on those days after school. One of the great things about middle school is we have an activity bus that is offered for our students. So at 4 o'clock each day, the activity buses will pick up students and take them home. So students that need to stay after can, regardless if they can get rides or not, so they can get a bus to take them home. Here at Smithton, we follow what we call our GER expectations. And these are our Wildcat GER expectations, and they are that we expect students at Smithton to give respect to themselves, others, and the learning environment. We expect students at Smithton to come ready to learn. We expect students at Smithton to take responsibility for their actions, and we expect students to reach for the stars. So we expect our students to do great things. We have a great tradition here at Smithton and have an outstanding history of great student performance, and we expect our new students to come in and continue that tradition. So you have to set high goals for yourself and make sure that you are working to surround yourself with individuals that are going to help you meet those goals. We like to reward those students that are able to follow those GER expectations. So we have a Smithton Gold Card where students can get special privileges such as going to the front of the line at lunch, being dismissed from school early at the end of the day, getting to sit outside for lunch, getting free admittance into any sports games, any sports events that we have here at Smithton, getting to the front of the line to go to the Media Center at the beginning of the day. Students earn that by having grades of B or above, no tardies, good citizenship scores, and good behavior. We also do positive office referrals. Teachers recognize students that are doing the right thing and meeting GER expectations by giving them a positive office referral. We hand those out to students every Friday during lunch. They'll get a little certificate along with some candy. It's really a great way to honor our students that are able to follow those career expectations. We also have what we call Wildcat Wows. These are just little tickets that teachers give to students throughout the year when they catch them doing something awesome in our hallways, in our classrooms, in the cafeteria, wherever it may be. Most of our grade levels do little incentives for those WOWs, such as drawings for those students that have earned WOWs throughout the semester. We encourage our parents to be part of our PTSA. This is a great way for you to stay involved in what's going on here at Smithton, and we really could not do what we do with our students without parent support. You all really make a difference and really are what helps our students be successful. Communication here at Smithton is done through email. We like to email a weekly newsletter to families so you can keep up to date on what is going on. You can always go to our school website. Teachers maintain Schoology websites for their classes, and that's where students can go to see what kind of assignments are due and where parents can check in on students. We like to also utilize Twitter and other social media such as Instagram just to show the great things that our students are doing and to allow parents and families to see some of the fantastic things that are happening here. So that is Smithton. I'd like to close with just thanking you for being here today and how excited I am to be able to see you this fall.